Gunfreak Nation. It's the president, TElectrik, and one of my homies, one of my homeboys, got shot today. It pisses me off, man. And he was being savage ready, I suppose. But through the grace of God, he gonna make it. It just lets you know that you can be just out minding your own business, doing your daily chores, and the savages will bring the fight to you, and you just got to be ready for whatever. I always say, train your mind. Train your mind to always expect the unexpected. That way, when it do pop off, you won't be all shocked and I don't know what to do. I'm going to panic. You know what they say, man. Everybody, has a plan until you get shot at. You can go to the range all you want to, which is a good thing. But those paper targets, they not shooting back at you. When somebody is shooting at you, it's a whole different ball game. You hear me? I'm glad that he's going to make it. And I'm also glad that he rid the earth of a couple of savages. You play stupid games, you're going to win a stupid ass prize. And they paid the ultimate price. We ain't out there, being troublemakers or looking for trouble, but we need to be ready. There's so many people that is in the dark. They're living in a bubble. For whatever reason, they are living in a bubble. And for whatever reason, they don't want to get armed. I'm telling you, if you clicked on this video, God wants you. God wants you to be armed. If you clicked on this video here, that's a sign from God that he wants you to be armed, because it's a lot of despicable, evil ass people that's out there that y'all deserve more. Y'all really do. You deserve more for your life. You deserve it. You got every right to feel how you feel about owning a gun. I'm not mad at you. At one point, I didn't care for them like that, believe it or not. But my father, by him being a police officer, he always kept a gun in the house. Whether it was a handgun, shotgun, a rifle, he just always used to tell me, like, those are very important tools to have because they can save your life. And he right. He was right. If you love your family, hell, if you love yourself, don't you think that your life don't you think that your life is worth you defending it, fighting for it, killing for it? Because when they come in, and it's just a matter of time before you cross the paths, it's a lot of crazy ass people out there, man, that don't have a problem. We got road rage incidents. We got crazy motherfuckers that just want to, shoot some shit up, take as many with them. as they can. Even if the society break down, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared at all times. Hey, you ever seen a situation where somebody was just minding their own business, going about their daily chores, going to work, going grocery shopping, going to the movie theater, doing whatever that's normal, so-called normal, right? And those people, they never get to make it back home because they let that savage get the drop on them. They let that savage get the drop on them. We at a time in our lives right now where we can't afford to be, caught off guard, caught slipping, letting them savages get the drop on us. We never want to be in that situation where we, the last seconds of our lives are ticking down. And we're thinking in our head that, damn, how in the hell did I let this shit happen to me? How did I end up like this? Where I'm dying. And I'm taking my last breath because somebody had a gun and wanted to do evil to me. When you realize in this world, in this life, they are demons, man. Evil exists. Anybody tell you otherwise, they lying or a fucking fool. Evil exists and it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You need to be prepared to fight those bastards back, those evil bastards. You need to be prepared to defend your life, defend your freedom, defend your righteousness. Because they don't care. All they want to do is just violate you, unalive you, and get off on that shit. We cannot, we can't go for that, man. Gunfreak Nation, I would like to know, and I'm pretty sure many of you are witnesses to this. You got to know somebody that's been a victim of some type of crime. Whether it was you, whether it was a relative, a friend, somebody you know. Can y'all please share y'all's story? And maybe the other people that's watching this video can read through the comments and maybe they can learn from the situation. Because I'm not going to say it was a mistake. It can happen to anybody. Anybody can get the, they can, if you lax, they can get the drop on you. And I'm not telling everybody to just be paranoid and ready to pull your gun and, the slightest. No. It's levels to this. It's levels to this. Number one, pay attention to your surroundings. Look at the environment that you are in. Sometimes if you see some shit that ain't looking right, that ain't the proper environment for you to be in, and you want to remove yourself from that environment as soon as possible. But while you in that environment, have that situational awareness where you're paying attention to any and everything that's around you. And if somebody is approaching you, and I don't give a fuck whether they look innocent or not, you need to be prepared. Never judge a book by its cover. Okay? Never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a person by their color. Because savages come in every shade of the rainbow. You hear me? Every shade of color can be a savage. Okay? There's so many people, man, that are leaving this earth, man, life being took when it didn't have to be that way. And it bothers me, man. It hurts me. It affects me. Because nobody deserves to have anything, criminalistic happen to them. When you're minding your own business, living your everyday life, working hard for what you have and what you got, hustling hard legally for what you have and what you got, and you gonna have a hating ass, evil, demonic ass savage that feel like he just wanna just, because he have a gun, he can just run up on you and just take it all away, including take your life. When I say savages, I'm not talking about a typical criminal, a thief, or whatever. I'm talking about the motherfucker that, it's a difference. When you got somebody that want to break in your house and, they going to wait till you leave and, break in there and make it, get in and get out. A hit and run is what I'm basically trying to say. They ain't trying to get caught. They ain't trying to, confront nobody, have no kind of encounters or anything. That's the typical thief. I'm talking about that motherfucker that know that you at home and he fiending and looking for a fight. He wants to have a violent confrontation with you. He wants to have that control over you. With them, it's all about control. I call it the God mode complex. That's when somebody got the drop on you and they got a gun to your head. And they, at that point, they got the power over whether you live or whether you die. You don't never want to give up your power, man. Give somebody that type of power. Never. Never. But I'll say this. Ain't no bat, no knife, no mace, no taser, no hammer, none of that is going to stand a chance against a well-armed savage or savages. Because here in Detroit, I don't know how they do it in your cities or towns, in your neck of the woods. It's multiple savages, multiple home invaders. I'm talking about 4 or 5, up to 8, maybe 10. All of them armed. That's why I always say, get you something like that. I think personally, in my opinion, you outgunned if all you got is a traditional handgun. Trust me, that's better than nothing. Because even though they got strength in numbers, none of them motherfuckers want to get shot. None of them. But imagine if you had something like that, the AK, the Z-Pap, or the MP5, or the PS90, or the Vector right there in 45 ACP. It just gives you a chance. It gives you a fighting chance. They don't make you invincible. That's stupid to think that way. It's all about right here, man, your mindset. It's all about that. It's all about having that mindset that once you get one of these, it's levels to it. You got to get trained. You got to hit that range. And the most important, you may have to send one of them stinking ass, funky ass savages to Funky Town. And it ain't easy for a good, righteous person to unalive somebody, but at that point, it's either your life or theirs. You didn't pick this fight. You didn't choose this fight. You didn't ask for this fight. They did the minute that they trespassed and breached your home. You didn't ask for it. When you out there in the streets at the gas station pumping your gas, filling up your tank, or you at the Coney Island because you need something, you want something to snack on, you at the grocery store, you need to be savage ready at all times, because when you think it can't happen, that's when it will happen, when you least expect it. It's going to come as a shock. It's going to come as a surprise. You're not going to see it coming. You're not. And this is why you need to be ready. Ask yourself this: if you don't have a gun, do you really want to run, hide, and pray that the police get to you in time? Or are you going to stand up and be a real man? Or if you're a woman, be a real woman and fight for your life. Fight for your family's life. This is no game. This is not to be played with. This is your life, your God-given right to be here on this earth. Too bad we can't really live in peace. But you got to protect your peace at all costs, at all times. Gunfreak Nation, I love you. I hope all is well. I need you to protect yourself and take care of yourself. Don't let that dirty, low-down, demonic devil get the drop on you. Salute. I love you. Gunfreak Nation, listen, stay armed. Stay responsible with your firearms. Stay righteous. And be ready to send that devil to Funky Town. Send that savage to Funky Town. I love you, Gunfreak Nation. You hear me? Look after yourselves. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay frosty. Because you never know who's watching you and when they going to make that move to try to take you up out of here. Okay? We can't have that. Listen, it's a lot of people that just, for whatever reason, man, some people, I guess, is just meant to be sheep, And I feel bad for them. I feel sorry for them. Because they're literally asking, they putting themselves out there to be a future victim. And I'm not saying nobody wants to volunteer to be a victim, but I'm saying when you are not armed and you are not trained and not savage ready, then you are, yes, asking to potentially be a victim, a future victim. And if you have a family, look your kid in the eyes. Look them in the face. Look your wife in her eyes and look her in the face. And if somebody was to kick in your door right now, what are you going to do and you don't have a gun? Huh? What you going to do? What are you going to do? Whine? Cry? That's not cool. Don't let that happen to you or your family. You deserve so much more. Get armed and protect your family. Protect your lifestyle, y'all. Anyway, Gunfreak Nation, I wish you the best. I wish you nothing but peace and success, because we live in an evil, wicked world. It's a spiritual warfare is happening right now. Right now, as you watch this video, it's a spiritual warfare that is happening right now. Don't be a victim to it. You hear me? I love y'all. Salute.